Who am I? I'm recording Bob E. Kelly, and I'm starting. Well, I have started actually a podcast. It's not in distribution right now, but it's in the formative stage, and it's called Imagining a Podcast. But Bob struggles imagining a podcast, but I've decided that I'm going to go for the clickbait title. And one of my most clickbait successes was not mine. It was somebody else clickbaiting my work. And they said, 98-year-old man does whatever. So I'm thinking, you know what? My podcast should be called The 98-Year-Old Man. That's all. The 98-Year-Old Man podcast. Even though I'm not 98 years old. But it's great clickbait. So, as of the next episode, it will be called The 98-Year-Old Man Imagines a Podcast. However, I needed to check a setup to do that. And this is the setup that I am checking right now. Now, right now I'm just doing the audio and getting that together to make sure that everything sounds pretty dang good. And I think so far it does sound pretty dang good. I'm going to look at your comments and see, if all messages are visible. And that way, if you do send any messages through, I will see, yes, does it sound all right or does it sound wonky? Could it be better? It can always be better, I'm sure. Is it too low? Is it too high? Is it too much for you? So, and the 98-year-old man, since it's election season, we're going to discuss something pretty interesting on the 98-year-old man. This is not the 98-year-old man. This is the tests for that. Now, you see in the background is where I usually run videos, and I wanted to be able to do it in a more on-the-couch setting. So this is the on-the-couch setting with the dramatic PBS side lighting, and this is the test that I am making. So I'm hoping you please comment on the test. I see one person like it. Terry says it sounds great, so that's good. Now I want to check and see if it sounds good with this. And the other thing is that I need to be able to sit back a little, and obviously I can tilt that back to handle that. And because when I'm playing, I get sitting up hunched up is not the best. Everybody's a dreamer, and everybody's a star. Where the hell is the sustain pedal? I lost it again. There it is. And everybody's in movies. Doesn't matter who you are. What? Oh, be in the right key. There are stars in every city, in every house and on every street. And if you walk down Hollywood Boulevard, the names are written in concrete. What's making that noise? What am I hitting? It's that thing. This is the loudest sustain pedal in the world. Sounds like birds or something. Like I got nuthatches living on the floor there. So there we go. There's an issue. We've got to deal with that issue. I think that a little oil should handle that. Oh yeah, that was good. A little oil should handle that. But maybe not. And there go. Oh, well, I got to think about that too. So maybe I should have all that stuff on this side. If I have it on that side, it's kind of far away. Is it too far away? Yeah, I know you're getting a hum. That's because I have my finger on the end of the cord, and so there's an issue too. So I should probably leave the cord plugged into the piano rather than plugged into the mixer, because that way I remember that. Okay, just disconnect from the mixer, and everything will be fine, and you'll be all fine again. There is another possibility of using this in a different way, to go without. That's an idea. to just use the speakers on the keyboard, but I still got to have the sustain pedal and all that. So, but I really got to figure out this sustain pedal thing to keep it from getting lost. Because it's tiny and it dances around, and there's that squeak. Isn't that ugly? I wonder which thing it is that's squeaking. Is it this? No, it's not that. So it's the rubbing of the... Aha! This is why we have tests. And this is why you get to witness them. Because this is all part of Bob's Struggling. The program used to be called Bob Struggles with Technology. But this is Bob's Struggles. They decided that after a little while, as I said, Bob Struggles with Technology, I said, no, really, I kind of struggle with everything. Because life is a struggle, and if you're not struggling, you're not living. So let's see this. Oh, no, it's that bushing. It's that bushing. There's no way around it, folks. It's ugly, though. The only way I see it, I have to lubricate in here. Right here, I'd have to lubricate that. And, lubricating a switch is a tricky thing. This sure looks like it wasn't designed to be taken apart by anyone unequipped with a heat gun. It does, yeah, it looks like, it looks like that, I don't want to buy another sustain pedal. I only have one retired over there. But that's noisy. That's really noisy. I don't know. Maybe we could do something else. Although I think I ran into this when I was outdoors, too. This is my emergency sustain pedal. I don't normally use that. I have a nice sustain pedal. That's for traveling shows. But it's big, and but I suppose I could suck it up and use it. Get the big one out. More weight. I'm trying to make a small setup, too. Okay, so let's do this. Let's bring this up here like so. Can this come in closer? It can, a little. Bring that in a little closer. And this up here like so. I don't want you to see this thing. This is massive microphone. Look, there's a massive microphone on the screen, Bob. My heavens, where did that come from? Oh, this one here. We'll release that one. All right, let's do that. That works pretty good. And we raise it up some here. Yeah, this is why we have tests, folks. This is why we have tests. And we tighten that down real good. And tighten this one down real good. Will this work? No, it's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's not balanced. So let's see if we extend this one and push the big tube back. That big tube is here, Bob. Do-do-do-do-do. You wouldn't think it would be this complicated to set up a microphone, would you? But it is. Because the microphone is very important. And I could have probably picked a better setting, right? Yeah, that's what you're all saying right now. Why didn't you pick some place where it's easier to set up? Why did you just get one of them USB microphones? I don't know. There's a good reason for everything. Is that's gonna be too tight too? Dang. I can't move that back any farther. I gotta do this. And maybe bring that in a little closer here. This is annoying. Up, Ed's here to do the trash. It's a Friday ritual. And if I'm here, I get to see it, but usually I'm not here. Usually I'm someplace else, like the golf course. But I didn't go to the golf course today. Is that all down? No, it's not down all the way. That could help things. that definitely can help things because we can raise that up and make it a little bit less bottom heavy. Yeah. Even so, that Bushing says, no, I don't. I got to be really tight to beat that. It's a heavy microphone. I could go with a less heavy microphone. But I like the sound of this. It's a pretty sounding microphone. I could do it upside down. Uh-huh. Well, that's very retro. Do it upside down, and then we can raise that considerably. And it might not be as badly balanced. Would you like to swing on a star? Could be worse now. Yeah, it is. It's just too heavy. It's too heavy. It's a heavy mic. Yeah, well, that ain't gonna work. Welcome to What Isn't Gonna Work. What other way can we do this? We could do it with no, that would be ugly. That would be really ugly. I don't think the gooseneck is the right answer. Even though it's right there. I know. It's interesting to sit here and listen to me talk to myself, right? I don't think so. There's only 2 of you here, but 4 of you liked it, so that made me happy. Okay, so I'm moving this here like so. It's just too heavy. And I'm all the way back on the big tube. Yeah, I guess I could counterbalance it. I could put a weight on there. I have some of those. Yeah, because it's just saying no, and there's no way that friction and that stand. Yeah, you got some mice trapped in there? What do you mean? Where have I got some mice trapped in there? Let's see. No golf course today? No, well, I just couldn't get up this morning. It was awful. It truly was awful. It was like, I stayed up. Okay, live chat. All messages are visible. There they are. So, sound good. Got some mice trapped in there? What are you talking about? They're not trapped in here. Why no golf course today? Because I was too tired. I truly was too tired to go. And that's just the way it was. Hey, boy, I need that much on that other side. Well, so that's what I got to do is move this closer, but that's not going to work. Or is that imbalance just called the... Oh, it's position. It's positional. Why didn't I think of that? I should have. I'm supposedly intelligent. Don't believe everything you hear. All right, yeah. Okay, so now we can go back here. Because it is a positional thing. And I can bring it all the way in here. Like so. And is that working better? I don't know. We'll find out in a moment. We'll do a little of this action to give me that authentic radio voice. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, so we got a sound under control. So now I'm going to move this over here out of camera. Move the capsule so it is facing towards me. Yeah, look at that. The struggle is real. Yes, the struggle is real. Absolutely. This is the whole idea. No, the weather is not bad. No, my weather was bad. I was just too tired to go. I woke up. It was like, no, I've only had 4 hours sleep, and this is not enough. I had actually been up, I think, for 36 hours. And that is, TikTok somnia. Yeah, you just get involved in things, and there you go. And I've been a little bit more involved in these boxes than I used to be. So, All right, so now this is going to be the basic setup for the Bob Struggles, the 98-year-old man. The 98-year-old man probably won't sing much, but I want that capability at my hands so that I can, if I want to, sing, or play or whatever. But really, the focus of the 98-year-old man is not going to be music. It's a talking thing. And it's going to be a talking thing about the 98-year-old man kind of thing. This is a 98-year-old man take on how, whatever it is, whatever subject I choose. And since we're in the silly season here in New Hampshire, where the phone rings incessantly with people that I don't want to talk to, but they want to talk to me. For some reason, they want to talk to me. And well, it's a little annoying. And I wonder if I should do a little of this here. The struggle is real. It's positional. That's what she said. Kidding. Haha. Woohoo! Radio voice. TikTok somnia is very real. If this mood hits, yes, struggle. Talk the struggles. Well, that's really what it is. Is that when I go over to being 98-year-old man, the podcast. Maybe that's that 98-year-old man, the podcast. I like that. I don't have to have the imagining a podcast. But the first episode was imagining a podcast, and it was Bob Struggles. So the second episode will be the retitling to the 98-year-old man, the podcast. I like that. 98-year-old man, the podcast. All right, cool. So this is like a pretty good setup for that. The lights in the background will be gone. Let me turn them off now so I see how it looks. But I have a feeling that this is the perfect PBS lighting. I got a place here to put in green screen stuff if I want. So let's give that a test. Let me turn off the lighting in the background. That's the other thing. I get to wear these soft headphones, which is real. 98-year-old man, the podcast. Yeah. And, it's all about the clickbait, baby. I'll be right back. I'm just going over there to turn off the lights. That should be on an automatic thing, Bob. You should be able to say, dyslexia, turn off the lights. But no. All right, you'll get to see. I'll give you a close-up of the microphone. There's the microphone. What a microphone. It's gigantic. It's gigantified. Oh, it's so hard getting up as you get to be 98 years old. All right. Oh, there it goes. It's crashed. It's over. There goes the whole thing. I knew that was going to happen. Why did I let this happen? Sorry about that, crashing down like that. That was horrible. Bang, boom. Lights, camera, action. It's action, action. So now that this has fallen over, what do I do? Do I change to another? I think that's what we do. We change to another. Which one shall I use? You said with a grin. That one's too high too. Oh, I do have it here. Oh, how nice. All right, let's see. I'm sorry that you fell over. I'm going to have to get a more stable stand. And I'm doing that right now. Getting the more stable stand. Which is going to change a lot of things. As I said, this is why the struggle is real. This is why we have tests to solve problems like this. which were ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, look. Isn't that horrible? Look at that. What a horrible mess. All right, there we go. I'm sure it's making lots of ugly noises. Oh, yes, there was an ugly noise. Mm-hmm. There we are with ugly noises. Look, the mixer came down, everything. Oh, good heavens. Good heavens. Did we lose connectivity? No? Maybe not. Let's plug in the headphones and see. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so much better. We turn this way. Yeah, it took down the stand. It took down everything. So we're going to go with the three-legged standard instead of a old-fashioned weighted bottom stand. So now, because of that, I've got to arrange this so this microphone at least still works while we're busy effing it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it back all the way like that, which makes it a lot more stable because then the gigantic heavy microphone is closer to the center of gravity. Now we would go with a three-legged stand because a three-legged stand is more stable and less configurable, I think, in some respect because you have three legs to deal with. But it's all part of the fun. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. Yes, Bob struggles the tests. So this will, I don't want to do this on the second episode. So I had to do it as tests. And I wanted to do it live because I like people to see that the life of a technical podcast, and not so technical, but a podcaster is not all rosy. It's just not all rosy. What is going on with that? We need that to be tight. We need that to be. Don't you start with me. That's it. All right, now that we've got that accomplished, let's see if this actually will work. Bring this down on the short tube, and then a little on the long tube. Yes, my friends. Yeah, okay. And so when I need to tilt it, I just need to switch that over a little bit. All right, that works. And now, for something completely different, I've got to disconnect this entire rigmarole here. I'm going to have to turn off the microphone, which I'm going to do. So you don't hear horrible, horrible things coming at you. Boy, though, that actually is working right now. And that actually works good. Let's take that up just a little. We go back to like 1950, where a microphone was hung above the camera, on a boom. Yeah, this may work. I may not need the three-legged stool. I just may need better positioning of the one. This is real life without the clapper. That's right. It's alive. It's all alive by itself. Not all rainbows and butterflies. Absolutely not. If you're not struggling, you ain't living, buddy. Simple as that. If you ain't struggling, you ain't living. I love it if it's like, oh, it's such a struggle. It's like, yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to be. If there weren't any challenges in life, we'd be bored to death. We need challenges to learn. Yes, we need challenges for industry, challenges for farming, challenges for everything you hold dear. Challenges, that's the way we live. That's the way I like it. Mm-hmm. Yes, okay, so now we're going to do this. This is rather brilliant. Not really, it's totally stupid, but it'll work. That's the thing. It's very old school, but it's the thing. And we're going to go with that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go with a far field microphone that it's a cardioid, so it'll reach out this far. And we'll get in here like so. And then as I get closer to that, and well, now that's the thing, we do need to have it come in from above though. So let's do that first. What are we doing with this cord? Look at this cord, what a mess. All right, so if I'm doing that with the cord, I think we need to do it twice to undo that cord thing. Yes, we do. And we need to have it come from above, which would be like so. One more rotation to bring this down, tighten this in, bring that this way. No, not that much that way. Yes, about there. And raise it a little bit so that I can't see the damn thing. There we go. Re-aim it. Yeah. Is it? Yep, that's you. And now for something completely different. Yeah, that works. That works. And as I raise this up, will I pick it up? Yeah, I do pick it up because I do want it a little higher on the head. I don't want so much torso as I want headshot. And if we move this over a little bit, it's still above. I re-aim the capsule. It'll still pick me up really well. And there we go. There's the setup. Well, thank you very much for participating in these tests. I don't know why I've still got so much light over there. Do I ever got? Oh, I see why. I see why. There's an overhead light on. So I need to fix that. Let me fix that because I want to know that everything is just right. We can't have any of this not just right stuff. There we go. That was neither head nor torso. Yeah, that was more than you asked for, right? Sorry. Didn't mean to give you more than you're asking. Life again without the clap. Bazinga. Test, check, cash. Une, deux, tres. Oh yeah, I don't really like the look of that projector above my head. I should probably hang some black back here. But that maybe, The lighting change, yes, that helped a little bit. Now we will really fix the lighting change. We'll do this. We'll go for genuine PBS lighting challenge here. It's the PBS lighting challenge. Bring that, I said, no, I went the wrong way. I want to go this way. Yeah. And here we are with the PBS lighting challenge. We want it to be a little bit of lighting to make it seem studious, to make it seem like perhaps we might know what we're doing. We probably don't, but it's very important that we don't. So there you go. Excuse me. This is it. This is the 98-year-old man, the podcast. Actually, 98-year-old man, the podcast. So, what happened to my commentary? I don't know. Live chat, all messages are visible. Thank you very much. Biscuit, thank you very much. Lighting change. There we are. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to work? Do you think this will be an acceptable mic arrangement for everyone, that they can hear me and it's reasonably warm. I'm still getting that light thing. You know, it might be just that I've never done this in the daytime before. Yeah. So it might need some kind of block over there where that light seems to be coming from, which is right there. And you can't see the ring light. So, it's sunlight. Damn it. I see the leak. I'll be back. I'm going to close that leak and see how that looks. Ah! Close the leak out, Bob. Gosh darn kids these days. Ah! Yes, here we are, back again. And this time with the calm, peaceful PBS lighting from the side. Can probably be just a little bit missed. That's a little clean. Oh, nope, still catching a little bit of that. We don't want that. We don't want any bright glow. That's what we want. We're looking for something like this. This soft lighting that accentuates my beard so well. Leaves this real, what is that? Now it's really perfect. So thank you. I appreciate your criticism, kind words and all. So this is it. This is the setup. So I'm going to go now and prepare the way of the episode number 2 of the renamed Bob Struggles to Imagine a Podcast. Is renamed to 98-Year-Old Man, the podcast. Thank you very much for your time and imagination and commentary. It's much appreciated. Thank you for the likes. 9 likes. Woo! That's pretty good. 9 likes, you know. It's all about the likes with my friends at, what do they call this thing? Oh, yeah. YouTube. All right. This is the beginning, folks. I mean, it's the true beginning of these tests. The last one was, you know, can I do a podcast? Can I imagine what am I doing? I did that the first. That was a test. And the second one was an actual podcast. And then I discovered that, you know, that's a little bit too long. So this podcast is going to be 15 minutes long. And we're going to be starting with episode 2, the renaming. 98-Year-Old Man, the podcast. So that'll have additional stuff will be in the description. That will be part of the fun. All right, my friends, thank you very much for coming to visit with me. And probably a little while later, the podcast will be done. And I got to work out the whole, where do you distribute these things to? I'll get that eventually too. Bonsoir.